I can't believe that is something that was actually said by Warner Brothers. Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another video for you guys. I am just beyond baffled that this is actually a real thing. I'm going to read the tweet first that I first heard about this from Discussing Film, their tweet about this, where I'm like, what? And then I pulled the actual response that David gave in the Hollywood Reporter interview, so you understand a little bit more of the context of it, but just like, this is real. And I cannot believe it. Like, what were they thinking when they sent this note back? It's insane. So here's the tweet from Discussing Film. David Goyer says the studio asked him not to destroy Superman's pod to bring down Zod's ship in Man of Steel because how is he ever going to get back to Krypton? Especially in the same movie, because it says here where it shows Krypton being destroyed. Here's the last sentence. There was a long pause and we said Krypton blew up. You saw 30 minutes of it. How can you have that note in the same movie? You see the planet blow up. I cannot believe this is actually real. Holy shit. How is he going to get back to Krypton if he doesn't have his pod? He can't. He can't. That's the whole point. That's like an executive saying, well, wait a minute. You can't put Batman in too much danger. Why? Well, he has to go home and see his parents. It's ridiculous. Let's actually read the Hollywood Reporter response, because this is a more of like just a cut down of the actual thing. Let's actually read David Goyer's actual words to the question of why he brought this up. Okay, so here it is. So the question was, and of course, what was the worst note? Besides being told to put less magic in your Doctor Strange script, which is great, but you've been told that one before. So with this question, it's like, okay, so what's the worst note? He could obviously say, well, I've had some really bad ones, but they're asking for a specific. And the thing is, I don't think this was ever said before. I don't think anyone's ever heard this before. I could be wrong, but the response that it got online, it seemed that this was never said before, or at least no one remembers this being ever said before by David or somebody who heard of this note that was put on the Man of Steel script. So here's his response. One note I got was on Man of Steel, where the ending involves Superman utilizing the pod that he arrives in as a child in order to bring down General Zod's ship. The note we got from the studio said, you have to change that. We asked why. They said, because if Superman uses that pod and it's destroyed while saving the city, how is he ever going to get back home to Krypton? There was just this long pause and we said, Krypton blew up. You saw 30 minutes of it. So we said Krypton blew up. You saw 30 minutes of it. So was Zach a part of that conversation? Who was a part of the conversation about what? Like, you're fucking Warner Brothers. You've had the ownership of Superman for a long damn time. I don't know when Warner Brothers even bought DC. Because they haven't always owned DC, did they? I don't think so. But it's like, how could that... Because, see, when there's a note from an executive or from the studio, if it's a studio, that means multiple people. How did not one person go, Krypton is gone? He can't get back even if he wanted to? Like, there's nothing there? That's the whole point of him being the last Kryptonian, the last son of Krypton? Jesus Christ. There was a response on Discussing Film's tweet saying, I feel bad for the people that are DC fans, because this is the fucking studio that owns the things that you love. This is the studio that made that. Now think, Warner Brothers has made some good decisions over the years in terms of their DC properties. Not always great, but they've made some good decisions on some things. And so I feel things like this just makes it look really bad, and it is really bad, because I can't believe this actually is real. I thought this was like a parody at first. It's not. Like, I don't see a reason why David will lie about this, but it makes the studio look bad. But then again, this was back, of course, for 2013's Man of Steel. So this note might have came around 2012, early 2013, something like that. Who knows? But it's like, the fact is, it was said by the damn studio themselves that's the most jarring thing. It's like, maybe they're not that as incompetent now, but back then, man, that's bad. It's like, this is your flagship character. A lot of people might say Batman is their favorite DC character and they love Batman overall, but Superman is the crown jewel. Like, Superman and Batman are the crown jewels of DC. But Superman is up there, like, as top tier, one of the best, or some people say the best superhero ever created, whether you're saying overall or just DC. And then Batman, of course, is either up there with him, tied, or even above Superman, depending on the person. But the fact is, this is such a key, important part to Superman, and you have that note? Because how is he going to get home? He doesn't. He doesn't. Man, this is sad. This is sad. Wow. I can't believe this is... I'm just blown away. But I wanted to cover this because I wanted you all to know, just in case you didn't hear, that this is actually a thing. This was actually said by somebody at Warner Brothers that had a note for Man of Steel. He can't use his pod because he's got to go back home. No! So, yeah. What did you guys think of this whole information? What do you think of the response to the note? Are you baffled by this as I am? Or are you like, well, not everyone knows everything, but it's such an important aspect of Superman. You would think they would know the basics, which that is a basic piece of knowledge for Superman. It's not like this like really deep thing in the lore of Superman that this is about Krypton or whatever. Like, unless we're talking about an Elseworld situation where Superman's home planet Krypton was not destroyed in an Elseworld situation, but we're not. This is not that. They're covering the origin as it basically is done in the comics, as it's done throughout history of Superman. So no, the Krypton's gone. You see it in the movie, like you see it in the same movie you're giving that note to. What were they thinking? Clearly, they were not. So anyways, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to talk a little bit about this craziness and kind of go, what in the fuck is going on? Like, seriously. I'm glad this wasn't like a more recent note. This was years ago, but still, I can't believe it was actually said. So, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.